And that pretty steady at 23, gusting to 35. Quinn sends it long. And a wind-aided kick, 5 yards deep. Dylan Lonergan, 7th start of this season, and the handoff to Turbo Richard, who's now healthy. Injured his shoulder way back. Chilly afternoon. Fighting Irish get it back, their second possession. Jeremiyah Love will test the right edge, and nothing doing. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Making his first career start for the injured Billy Schroth.
6 in the box, he'll bring some heat. Carr. Pass will be grabbed at the 44. Raritan, the tight end, and Eli picks up the first, a gain of 15. His 22nd grab of the season. Picks up the first on 3rd and long. Carr, the hesitation. And towards the 40, corralled quickly by Will Pauling, a gain of 17.
They're late on the pass off. Great play designed by Lawing.
Screen pass behind the line, and lassoed down quickly was Bond. Meeting in the Holy War in 3 years. Notre Dame and BC. Reed Harris in motion. And the handoff to Richard in a stacked box. No real estate available. And Price pretty good as well. Carr loads one up deep, and there it goes. Picked off, intercepted. Isaiah Ferris, like a center fielder, hauls it in. Stormy, thank you. On 4th down and 6 to start our second quarter, and the play clock winding down. Carr claps for it, and here we go. Off the back foot, heaves one deep, has a man, make it 2. And how about the touchdown on 4th and 6 to Malachi Fields?
Well, it's been a slow start for the Fighting Irish today, but they finally find some juice on that last drive. CJ Carr.
You love having those physical wideouts blocking on the edge.
Absolutely.
Lonergan loads one up, looking for the seam, sitting down and making the play. Back at the 38, intercepted.
Offensive coordinator, they're drooling over. If you can have a running back that is a true receiving threat out of the backfield, that is big time, and that's what Love does.
Play action on 1st down. Jordan Faison into the red zone just like that.
A couple things they need to clean up, red zone being one of them.
We saw the playoff percentages. Price a stutter step. Stood up and the ball flies out. It came out late. And now there's a rumble on the turf to try to pick it up. Bond back on the field in motion. He'll try to block for Turbo, and he's stacked up. And a loss of yards behind the 30.
So I want to work a man-to-man matchup at the top of the screen.
James looking towards Skeet off the back foot. There's the seam and a 1st down. Lewis Bond into Notre Dame territory to the 35. The handoff. The give came in awkwardly. Didn't need much, but I'm not sure. He's going to be stacked up behind the line. He may have lost a yard. After BC went for it on 4th and 2, analytics suggested to kick the field goal. Notre Dame gets it back. Love off the screen with a burst and a 1st down. Agree with the decision there to go for it on 4th and short as opposed to kicking the field. Matt, we're getting weird here in Chestnut Hill. Just a 1-score game after the 2-minute timeout, but Notre Dame on the move. And CJ Carr on 1st down. Wants it all again. He's got a guy. Pass is caught. Will Pauling. From 1 score to 2, and Notre Dame trying to seize control at the end of the half from 44 yards out.
Look at where the defensive backs are lined up for Boston College. Everybody is down low trying to play runs. What are you going to do? You're going to hit Will Pauling right down the middle of the field on a post. You hit Malachi Fields on a post, you might as well go to Will Pauling and give him a shot down the field. This is just pitch and catch in the backyard for CJ Carr. Way too easy. I understand Boston College. You want to sell out to stop the run.
Go for Dose as we go for Dose, brought to you by Dos Equis. Carr, screen, Jeremiyah Love reaching, and I don't think so. James with time, and now hit on the helmet, and it's going to be brought down to the 20. Well, Big Paul came in. James went down quickly. It was Bryce Young.
Keeps his eyes down the field, stays calm, and delivers a strike for a 1st down.
BC, all 3 timeouts remaining. Let's see how aggressive the Eagles want to be. Bond, turn around, and there is the football. 12-0 score occurring after a missed PAT off the upright and a failed 2-point conversion. James just in time has Skeet. That's a first down in the red zone. Jaden Sneed with the pressure on first down from the 21. The pump fake by James directing traffic and gobbled up way back in the 25. Bond motions out, one of the top receivers in BC history. Pressure, he'll float it the other way. Man-to-man coverage. There's a flag and there's a catch for Reed Harris. It's a touchdown for BC, and the Eagles back in it here at the end of the half.
Using all 217 pounds of his frame to work through that contact. You see the concentration on the football, and that is a big league.
One time out to work with for C.J. Carr. Loads one up, crossing pattern, BC territory. Lasso down was Faison.
They need to get off the field here because right now Boston College has a lot of belief that they can hang with the number 12 team in the country.
Here comes pressure. James into the flats, wide open. Jasinski with his first grab, and the freshman rumbles out of bounds in Notre Dame territory. Richard, the running back, he'll get the give and pick up the first. Now the pile was pushed in BC's favor, and the drive continues, now 10 plays deep. James, and now Richard, the jump cut, and that's exactly what he needed to do. The drive continues for BC. Play number 16. James going to be tracked down from behind and fortunate to hold on to the football as he was spun down by Burnham. Luca Lombardo, one of the top kickers in America, has been perfect this season.
And you need to get Love and Price going so that you can take back control the momentum.
It's the top running back room in America. Carr back to the air. Raridan turned around, found the football, and a big play for Notre Dame. Pauling went in motion. Jeremiyah Love searching for a crease. Finds one. Into the end zone for the Notre Dame touchdown. What a response after the 21-play drive by BC.
Self-inflicted wounds for this Notre Dame football team.
A consistent theme. Richard tries to bounce it outside and cannot. It was lassoed by Burnham. Back-to-back losses against Miami and Texas A&M. Boston College has lost 7 games in a row this season. The pump fake, the completion, and a first down. Jaden Skeet still alive to the 42. And the drive continues for BC, a gain of 22. The ball may have popped out late. It did. They're going to allow this play to continue on, and Drake Bowen racing to the end zone. Notre Dame's playoff hopes in the balance tonight in Chestnut Hill. Late option toss. That was awkward. Turbo Richard shoved out of bounds. He's going to lose a yard or two. Pressure. James, little jump toss, intercepted. And Notre Dame picks it off. Adon Shuler. Matt, thank you very much. Of course, with Lenore Sellers, Shane Beamer's team feels like they'll have a chance to pull off the upset. Ole Miss has been awfully impressive. After the interception by Adon Shuler, Jeremiyah Love, full head of steam, and there he goes. Love off to the races. Will reach the end zone for the Fighting Irish touchdown and wake up the echoes.
Jeremiyah Love sets up this block. Watch how he stretches the defense, and then he allows his offensive line in the zone scheme to go to work. And really, the big fella Wagner at right tackle really seals off the defense, but it's how the running back presses the line of scrimmage. He's patient, and as soon as he sees his hole, he hits the go button, and the rest is history. Bit sloppy early, but you get the turnover, complimentary football with the touchdown right after it. That's what we expected to see.
Third down, the sack. Drake Bowen wanted to scoop and score moments ago. Australian punter out of Melbourne. You mentioned the fake. There it is. Love trying to get to the edge. The hurdle, and I don't think so. BC was ready and waiting. BC, third and extremely long. James, it's going to be a little longer. The sack comes in the 5th of this game for Notre Dame.
Yes, he is, Stormy. He has made some big-time throws down the field for touchdowns today.
Neat moment for him this past week during the open day.
I really think he's met him. He's a very polished young man. You can tell great leadership skills, and here's a big 4th down.
Fourth down, Fighting Irish will go for it. Carr dumps it off. Love picks up the first.
I have to think there is some sort of solution. And the biggest key for Notre Dame moving forward, whichever kicker you move forward with, you got to start building some confidence. I mean, that's clinic tape. That run, the way he set up the block and the offensive line washed everyone down. And then when he sees that hole, I mean, that's stuff that coaches show at coaching clinics.
Game tonight against the Gamecocks after the 44-yard punt. BC back to work. Intercepted again. Tay Johnson with a pick six. Continue the conversation on Notre Dame, too, because it feels like the kind of game. You look at the box score tomorrow. 15-point win.
No panic for this Notre Dame football team. You are a quality football club. You got to figure out the kicking game. You got to remember, you're coming off a bye. You didn't know what you were going to get out of a 1-7 opponent. Grind the film hard. You'll clean up the fundamentals. Stop hurting yourselves.